Welcome to the Astoria Film Festival Step and Repeat interviews. My name is Jonathan Maestre. Today I am speaking with Natalie Martino about her film Box, which is in our 2020 festival.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your film and what prompted you to create it?
So my film was actually my senior thesis project when I graduated from Frank Sinatra School of the Arts. It was a film that I was inspired to do because it's experimental and we had never covered the experimental topic of filmmaking within the school, so I wanted to do something that I was just never given the chance to do. I pretty much did my own research on experimental filmmaking, watched a bunch of experimental films, and then I formulated my ideas and thoughts. The film is a metaphor for mental health, specifically my state of mental health throughout senior year of high school and the things that I experienced. It was a fun production. I got to shoot it at Kaufman Astoria Studios. I was very lucky. I was given the opportunity to do that. It was prompted by high school, in a sense. It was mental health because of high school, and it was also my last high school project. So
Yes, I could really tell. It felt very much like last year of high school, senior stress. And
yeah.
so what prompted you to become like a filmmaker? Can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
So it's actually a very strange reason why I came about filmmaking, but in the seventh grade, I believe I was seventh grade, yes. There was like obviously a school production going on and I wanted to join and I started acting and I fell in love with acting. And while I was acting, I was also like aware of the other side of acting, which was behind the camera and filmmaking. So when it came to high schools, I applied for a bunch of arts related high schools. I applied for film and drama because there was always like the odd chance that you didn't get into one or the other. And I just happened to apply to film and drama for Sinatra and they wanted me in film. So I said, why not? Why not take the chance? So I did it and I loved it. It was just on a whim. I didn't know anything about filmmaking. I just went into it expecting nothing and falling in love with it and wanting to do everything in film.
Yeah, that's great. Are there any projects you are currently working on that you would like to talk about?
Currently I'm working on several projects. I'm in the process of just formulating a new documentary with a friend, which will probably eventually wind up at Astoria Film Festival. You guys will probably be seeing it.
Yes.
It's a very special documentary I'm working on right now. I have a longtime friend who is very, very unique and fun. And he actually also went to Frank Sinatra with me. He graduated the year before me. I don't want to give too much away, but he is very gifted and talented in a sense that not everybody else would be.
Is there anything else you want to add before we conclude?
I guess just some clarification points on my film because not a lot of people understand it the first time they watch it.
Okay.
I was shooting for this idea of obviously the box because it's called Box. There's a glass box in the film, and the boy in the box and the girl outside the box. And I'm shooting for this idea of this boy is so focused on being in this box and not being able to leave the box and just accepting that he's in this box when all along this box really doesn't exist. This girl is outside this box. She doesn't see a box. She just sees a boy. And it's this idea that I was struggling with throughout senior year of putting myself in this box and limiting myself and saying, you can't do that. You can't do that. And there's nothing stopping me from doing what I want to do. It's just myself. So I wanted to convey that struggle with your own mind that a lot of us have. It's this whole idea of putting ourselves in a box and limiting ourselves. And we see that limitation, but most other people don't. They just see a human. They see a person that they want to interact with. And the only thing that's stopping you from interacting with them is yourself. But now I took several months. I think I was with my editor, Noah Schwartz, who is a film major at the Film BFA at SUNY Purchase. I sat with him and edited from, I guess, August to maybe November. Like a couple times a week, we just sat down and really like tore it apart and started over completely. And I think now this is the film that I am very proud to say is mine and that I have been working on for the past 2 years, from high school to college, and it is something I'm very proud of because it was something that was personal to me. And I'm glad when we started talking, you said you felt like the senior year vibes from it. I think it's relatable to most people, that idea of like the stress and the chaos and like, I'm in this box and I can't do anything. And it's like, but other people are doing things and I want to do things, and just like breaking those boundaries and those limits that you set on yourself.
Okay, well, thank you so much for talking
Sure.
to me today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Of course.